to one and all here. On behalf of Viridian Microlab, I welcome you all to today's webinar session on resource management and vermicomposting. We convey our thanks to all registered participants of our webinar event. If participants have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the chat box in Google Meet and YouTube. I will bring them up after completion of the presentation, and we will also have time for question and discussion at the end. Now, before hand over the turn to our speaker, let me introduce our today's webinar speaker, Dr. Ilanjia ma'am, who is Dean of School of Bioscience and HOD of Microbiology Department in Hindustan Arts and Science College, OMR, Kelambakam, Chennai. Ilanjia ma'am obtained PhD from SRM University. She received His Excellency Award in PhD degree from Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. She is Academic Council member, University of Madras from 2017 to 2020. She have overall 28 years of experience, which include 23 years of teaching and 5 years in hospital. Received Salim Ali Award, Best Faculty Award for Biological Science, awarded by Association of Self-Financing Arts, Science and Management College of Tamil Nadu. Received Best Administrator Award for Excellence in Higher Education by Pearl Foundation of India, Madurai Kamaraj University. Apart from that, she received many awards. Recent one is for initiating vermicomposting technology under Waste to Value. Research contributions include guided more than 40 dissertations in various areas of microbiology from 2001 to 2016. External Chief Superintendent for Madras University Examination and Steering Committee member in NAC visit. Organized awareness programs to create awareness for people residing in and around Muttukadu. Has published many research articles. Now our speaker will share her valuable information. I welcome you, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
So, composting at source keeps organic waste clean and makes easier for recycling. Next slide. What is vermitechnology? So, in vermitechnology, we are going to study about vermicomposting, vermiwash, and also how to maintain the worms. That is called vermitechnology. Vermicomposting is composting various from biodegradable waste, converting into, there is manual with the help of earthworm. What is vermicast? Vermicast is nothing but after eating the organic waste, the earthworm is excreting its cast. It is called worm cast. The worm cast contains more amount of nutrition than the humus. That's why we are using the What is the objective? So main objective of our vermicomposting, recycling of degradable waste, the vegetable waste, eggshell, and grass, the banana waste, whatever waste, foods, vegetable, kitchen waste, all these things we are converting into manure. And this manure is using for organic farming, and hence the future generation will be getting the healthy food. So healthy food, healthy mind, they won't get any disease. That is the ultimate objective of our vermicomposting. Next method. So what are the things we are going to study today? Selection of area. So when you are selecting an area, the area should not be waterlogging area. It should be in a upper area, and you have to select the area properly due to wind, due to animals, due to flood. All these things, the area should not be affected. Like that, you have to select an area for vermicomposting. So either you can go for pit method or you can go for row methods. So a lot of methods are there. So first of all, you have to select the method where there won't be any flooding, there won't be anywhere more sunlight. It should be a shaded area, and it should be a dark area. So always the earthworm like only dark; it won't like sunlight. Collection of organic waste. When you are collecting the organic waste, you must avoid plastics, glass, and also you have to avoid the iron, and what are the unwanted solid things? You have to screen it. You have to collect it. Screening, after collection it, you have to screen it. Thorn should not be there, and even in sharp grass won't be there, should not be there. So like that, you have to, after collecting, you have to screen it. Screening the waste materials. So in screening, even there is dried leaves you can use, grass you can use, and also daily canteen waste or home waste, home vegetable waste, that and all you can use. So what is microbial decomposition? You know very well that microorganism plays saprophytic microorganisms like algae, that is fungi and bacteria plays a major role by excreting enzyme. They are decomposing it. Imagine if there is no bacteria or fungi, what will be the dead and decayed matter? It will accumulate in like a hill. So the saprophytic microorganisms plays a major role in decomposition of the organic matter. So, and after decomposition, what step we are going to know? Sieving of the decomposition. So in microbial decomposition after collection, so the process I'll tell. First you have to select an area. In that you have to put dried leaves and other thing. Methodology I'll tell. Dried leaves. Then above that you have to put the shredded. You have to put the paper or marathul and put it. Then you have to add this waste materials, so there is vegetable waste and food waste, and above that you have to add that is 1:5% of curd, or you have to cow dung you have to add, then add the vegetable waste. Daily you have to collect it, and you have to rotate, that is mix it properly. After the pit is covered, there is 3/4 only you have to put the material. Then you have to soak the canny bag and put it, and every day you have to spray water. You should not pour water, you have to spray water, and you have to sprinkle water, so that what will happen, the decomposition will be taking place. So due to decomposition, that 3/4 of the things will be on the half of the pit. Then afterwards you have to collect it and sieve it. After sieving it, you transfer into another pit. Transferring into another pit. After transferring into another pit, you have to introduce a earthworm. How will you get the earthworms? So mostly we used to get the earthworm in Earth Cycler Society and Dawood. That is 1 kg we got 6,000 rupees. But at home, if you want to do it, there is no need to give more money and all. Just you take a cow dung and keep it near the shaded trees like that. And automatically the earthworm which is present in near the humus soil and other things, they will enter inside. That earthworm you can use it. And along with cow dung, you can add that sugar, that is jaggery also, that is karmi chakra, not sugar. So automatically the cow dung will attract the earthworm which is present in the soil. Like that you can collect it for homemade. For in college and other things, now we are getting the earthworm. Once you got the earthworm, next time you yourself we can harvest the earthworm with the more system will be there. So harvesting the worm and screen. After the decomposition is over, you have to introduce an earthworm. After introducing earthworm, you have to leave it for 15 days. The decomposition will be taking place 45 days. Then after introducing earthworm, you have to leave it for 15 days. So within 15 days, the earthworm will eat all the decomposed organic matter. That decomposed organic matter, then afterwards you have to keep, always you have to maintain the moisture, and the earthworm will eat all the organic matter. It will release the cast, that is excreta. It is look like a tea powder, and always you have to maintain the moisture and cover the pit with mosquito net, and it is free from pests as well as the birds and lizards and other things. This is the sort of thing. Next slide. Types of composting. There are different types of composting: small scale, homemade, and mid scale, and yard waste composting. There is anybody is having farmhouse or farms, and that is different type. Windrow beds, concrete floor under shade. So these are the different types of composting. So what we can do now, we can do, since it is the COVID time, we can do small scale in homemade, and mid-scale in colleges and other things you can do. Yard waste and composting, okay, the person who are having these cultivation lands or they are having a farmhouse, they can do yard waste composting. Windrow beds, no, municipal waste material, they are collecting it. Even in our area, in our country also, they're getting, there is degradable and non-degradable waste. That type windrows they can use in municipal waste, and concrete waste or concrete floor also they can use under the shade. These are the different type of things. So now we are going to see about the there is a vermic technology, earthworms. So earthworms, you know very well that they are burrowing a lot, and vermicomposting, vermiwash, and vermi or vermi. So three things we are getting from earthworm. Vermicomposting we are getting, vermiwash we are getting, and vermiculture or wormery. So how to maintain the earthworms? So that also we are going to see. Vermiwash is nothing but the after daily we are spraying water. No, afterwards water is collected through the pipeline. So water is collected through the pipeline. Then that vermiwash is used. Vermiwash is used for preventing the insects. And why they are telling intestine of the earth means in our body also our stomach is digesting everything and intestine is assimilating everything. So like that, no, the earthworm eat all the organic material, that is humus material, and they are excreting the cast, earthworm cast. That's why Aristotle was telling that intestine of the earth. And Charles Darwin demonstrated that improvement of the soil, the earthworm is very, very essential, and also it is protecting the plants by using vermiwash. Vermiwash also. Next slide. So, what is the concept? What is the concept of doing this vermicomposting? They are plowing the soil. Plowing the soil. What is while plowing the soil, aeration is there. Nutrients are coming from down to up to down, like that. It is distributing the nutrition, and also it is giving the aeration and making the soil smellless and maintaining the soil. That is turners. So the earthworms are acting as a turners, turning the plows, and worms work throughout the material. So the earthworm never sleeps. 24 hours it is eating and excreting the thing. And mixtures, we are telling earthworms are mixers. Why we are telling earthworms are mixers? Earthworm all kind of organism and nutrients throughout the compost pile, adding many small aggregates. So ella pakam it is moved from here and they move pandradana, mixing of the nutrients, mixing of the compounds will be taking place. And also I told that the earthworm is giving the earthworm wash. So it is soft, the earthworm is soft nature, cuticle is there, it's very tender, and these earthworms, they are, there is the bad guys, but the insects, and not insects, pathogenic microorganism which is killing. So the vermiwash is used to kill the pathogenic microorganisms. So it is a pathogen controller. It is a turner, it is a mixer, it is a pathogen controller, and it is accelerators. Accelerator means that is keep on eating this organic waste, that is humus and other things, pre-digested organic waste, and giving 78 to 80 lbs of casting per day. Per day, it is releasing 78 to 80 kg of there is casting per day. Next one is screeners. Worms eat the bedding materials and feed turn into rich soil products. So when comparing to the normal soil and the vermicompost, it is rich in microorganisms. We isolated many azotobacters and alkalogens, pseudomonas, like that. Many microorganisms will be present in the vermicomposting than the normal soil. And aerators, worms add oxygen for all beneficial microorganisms. So aerobic, you know very well that phosphate solubilizing bacteria is there, nitrogen fixing bacteria is there, actinomycetes are there, algae is there. For all these organisms, aerobic microorganisms is giving air. So we are telling after all, after starting this vermicomposting, I never think this earthworm is a small, tiny thing. It is doing great things. 24 hours it is working. There is no rest for there is earthworms. So that's why we are telling earthworm is a friend of farmers. The மண்புழு உழவனி தோழன் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு இதுதான் காரணம். டர்னர்ஸ், மிக்சர், pathogen controller, accelerator, screeners and aerators. So here after we have to. So what are the materials we needed for earthworm? So materials which is around you. So for example, you take home knowledge, there is dry leaves will be there. College also dry leaves will be there. Home also you'll be having the vegetable waste. College also you'll be having the vegetable waste in the canteen. So what are the things you need? There is a bin, or you need pit and skips and graphs, bedding materials. Bedding materials is nothing but the உங்க நோட்புக்கோட அட்டையை வந்து சின்ன பண்ணி போடலாம், பேப்பர் கீழே போடலாம், பேஸா போடலாம். Then coconut coir you can do. Coconut that is coconut cake மாதிரி இப்பெல்லாம் விற்கிறாங்க. That is coconut beach. Coconut beach means coconut நல்லா crush பண்ணிட்டு செங்கல் மாதிரியே இருக்கும். அதை மண்ணில் டிப் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உதிர்த்தரலாம். So like that coconut coir bark, coconut beach, coconut coir beach, leaves, grass clippings, handful of soil, or you can having vermicompost previously bought, that vermicompost also you can use it. Moisture you can have the spray பண்ற மாதிரி ஒரு இது வச்சுக்கலாம் moisture, and you need worms and lead fabric and the small stick to this mixer thing, hair holes, all these things need. So whatever materials you are having at home, you can do it. So now we are going to see about the pre-digestion. So in foam, you can have you're having waste bucket, any 3 or 4 buckets you can have, or a bucket with lid you can have. And first there is 1 week you collect waste material in 1 bucket, and another day 1 bucket. It's like that you can collect the waste material. After collecting the waste material, you are going for the decomposition. So why decomposition is essential? Suppose you put everything in one tub and put the introduced earthworm, means it will take more time to decompose. So if you want the manure quickly, means we have to go for decomposition. When while undergoing decomposition, lot of benefits are there. The thing is, the earthworm skin is very, very tender. If you put grass and other things, maybe tiny, sharp things may prick the earthworm. That we can avoid. Another thing is, so when you are doing decomposition, the methane gas will come or hotness will be there. In that hotness, the earthworm may die. In order to avoid that, first we are going for pre-digestion. Pre-digestion is nothing but there is decomposition of the organic waste material into humus. That is organic waste. So what we are doing now, first we have to, suppose you are taking a pit, in that you have to spread the small bricks, broken brick. Then above that you have to put soil. Above that you can put dried leaves. And above that you can put coconut coir. Why you are putting coconut coir means it's always maintain the moisture. It won't allow the water to retain. At the same time it's maintain. Then you put the vegetable waste, all this waste, 3-4. Then you take 5 liters of curd and mix it with cow dung. There is dried cow dung, and mix it with 10 kg of dried cow dung, and mix it well and spray it and rotate it properly and cover it with gunny bag. Cover it with gunny bag. Why gunny bag we are using? It will maintain the moisture and the aeration will be there. So once in 3 days you have to mix it. The temperature will go off. So what will happen? After 40 days and 30 days, you can get the decomposed organic waste. Then after taking it out and sieve it, நம்ம மணல் தெளிக்கிற ஜல்லடை மாதிரி இருக்கும், அதில் வந்து சீவ் பண்ணணும். சீவ் பண்ணும்போது சின்ன சின்ன தான்ஸ் மாதிரி இருக்கிறது, லீஃபில் இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் it will go off. Then From that, you have to transfer into either pit or another bucket. So you have to transfer it. After transferring it, you have to introduce an earthworm, which is already available, or which is you can purchase, or if you are not able to purchase, I told that dig one pit near your garden where moisture and shade is there, and add there is tea tool konja add panikalam. Then cow dung also you can add more also. Then what will happen, automatically the earthworm will come there. Then you can collect it and use. Otherwise you can buy the earthworm. Then introduce the earthworm. After introducing earthworm, you have to cover the bed. After introducing earthworm, you have to cover the bed. Then keep it for 15 days. So this is organic waste. This is vermicompost made home. So this is the bin they are selling it. You have to put hole in down as well as side, and top also one hole is there. So like this you can purchase one, or otherwise in home also you are having plastic bucket with lid. So you have to put hole inside, hole in down, sir, and keep the bucket above, below the bucket one container should be there in order to collect the water and other things. This type of bin we are using in the homemade. In the homemade also, first I told you have to form a bed, earthworm bed. For that, as I told you already, there is a marathul, the kaidam podlam, illana atta podlam. Then otherwise you can use coconut coir, you can use marathul podlam. So all coconut brick you can use. So why we are putting all these things in the holistic? In order to maintain the moisture. Otherwise moisture won't be maintained. 1:10. Suppose you are putting 10 kg of waste or 1 kg of waste, that is vegetable waste and fruit waste, you can put 2 kg of this coconut beet. That is, you have to powder it and put it. Another thing is we may use there is watery vegetables like papaya, pumpkin. So some of the vegetables are watery vegetables, and takkali, water will be there. So to drain the water, to absorb the water, we are using the coconut beet. So above that, another roller, you can spray a little bit of more illena, you can use pulicha maavu irukla, adhu kuda spray pannalam. Then dried cow dung irundhalum adhayum konjam mix pannittu polam. So jaggery also you can put it. So whatever you are having, you put it and mix it. Then whatever you are having, there is manure, already manure is there, or soil is there, red soil is there, any soil is there, you can put it and cover it. Like this, you can make it in format. You can see in diagram that the vermicomposting mid-scale. Mid-scale means if you are having or canteen la vechirupanga, and mari periya mess vechirupanga, avungalukku they will be getting lot of waste, and people those who are having vegetable market bakal near irukanga, vegetable kada vechirukanga, avungalukku they will be having more amount of vegetable waste and fruit waste. Regularly they'll be getting it. So that is called big based. அதுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி பின்ன அவங்க யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். நெக்ஸ்ட் வார்ம் ஃப்ரெண்ட்லி பின். வார்ம் ஃப்ரெண்ட்லி பின் மீன்ஸ் இதோடைய ஷோக்கா அந்த மாதிரி இருந்துக்கிற மாதிரி ஃப்ரெண்ட்லியா இருக்கும் இந்த பின்னு. திஸ் இஸ் அவைலபிள். சைட்ல யூ கேன் சி ரெட் கலர் இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் ஹோல்ஸ் இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கும், கீழேயும் ஹோல்ஸ் இருக்கு. தென் அண்டர் தட் த வெர்மி வாஷ் வில் பி கண்டக்டட். ஸோ வெர்மி பெட் எப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன செய்யணும்னா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ட்ரைடா இருக்க லீவ்ஸ் போடலாம், ட்ரைடா இருக்க காயர் போடலாம், ட்ரைடா இருக்க பீட் தட் இஸ் காயர் பீட் போடலாம். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ட்ரைடா இருக்கணும். அதை பவுடர் பண்ணியும் போடலாம். ஏன்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, ஆல்வேஸ் த மாய்ஸ்சர் ஷுட் பி மெயின்டைன்ட் ஃபார் தட். Then you have to put the vegetable waste. Then you have to put soil, red soil or earthworm. Then again you put the that is vegetable waste or food waste. Then what are the things you should not put? No, you should not put that is citrus food, எலுமிச்சம்பழம், சாத்துக்குடி, இந்த மாதிரி எதுவும் போடக்கூடாது. This is why they are selling a lot of things. No, each and every the person, those who are living in the plants and other things, they can use it. This type of worm friendly bin. Here also bottom one there will be a hole, and side also hole. Why they are putting this hole now? For aeration is very very essential. So as I told you before, first you have to add dry leaves, or you can add coconut coir, or you can add pepper, or you can add that is crushed that is there is a notebook front this thing, no, that also can add. So like that, drainage should be done. Above that, you have to add this coconut bead, dip in water and crush. There is make it a small, crush it small, very small powdery like thing. Then do it. In that you have to use 1:2%, 1:2 ratio. There is 2 kg of coconut beet powder. You have to add 1 kg of vegetable waste. Like that, layer by layer, you have to add it. You can also use crushed eggshell. Eggshell you can use. You can also use the groundnut groundnut shell. You can use it. That also you have to powder it and use it because it will take longer time to decay. So like that, no, whatever available in your home and green leafy vegetables. And one thing is you have to chop it small pieces and you have to put then above that you are adding the mixing the curd and the cow dung and you are spraying it. Why we are adding cow dung and there is buttermilk, no? Buttermilk or curd means whatever available you can use it. It is having more amount of microorganisms. So microorganisms are essential to decompose. After that, you can add little bit of in homemade you can add earthworm or you can add this thing. What is that? Earthworm vermicompost also you can add little bit. So that what happens? You have to turn around by wearing gloves and things. You have to mix it, then cover it. Then the top of that lid also should have the folds because aeration is essential. If more amount of heat and this thing will be there, the earthworm will die. Another thing is you have to keep in a shady place. You have to maintain a moisture, and the pH also you have to maintain a moisture. Home you can use bin like this. Next slide. So when we go mid scale, you can see the brick, hollow brick. You can see there is a rectangle shape. They have designed it. The same way you have to make a wormy bed and add dried leaf and other things. And what are the materials I told you have to add it. You can see at the top that the lid is with the net. Small net is there. So why we are adding this net now? Because the insects should not enter inside. The ants should not enter inside. Beetle, add insects, and some of the birds they will eat the worm. So, in order to protect that, we are having a lid with net. So that is what the seeds we are using for sieving. No, other small hole will be there. With that, you have to cover it. Always you have to keep this one. You have to select a place in such a way, the shaded places. Earthworm won't like light. So in darkness only it will coming out. In the night time you have to put light, so it should not go out. Always it like dark, it won't like light. So next slide. Home composting. You can say different type of home composting is there. Whatever type of home composting you are able to. So when we are constructing house and other things, we may have there is a drum like this. Or also you can have this, even by using brick, you can design like this. So what type of bin you want to maintain, you can do it. That is out of for your choice only. This is EMP. Next. So what type of earthworm we are using? I told you that the homemade, there is no need to buy earthworm. You can buy pocket full of vermicompost. In that cyst will be there. From the cyst itself will develop. This is for commercially any people are doing vermicomposting. You can use Eugenia foetida. In our college we are using Eugenia foetida, then Uticulus Eugenia and Ridiculous Eugenia, then Perionex exavatus. These are the 3 type of earthworm we are using, but we are using Eugenia foetida, and that is giving more amount of earthworm casts. Whatever type available near to you, you can buy it. If you want to do commercially, you can buy it in very good companies are available. You can buy it. Or if you want to do in home, there is no need to buy. 1 packet of there is a vermicompost. In that vermicompost, cyst will be there. So once you spray that vermicompost, then from the cyst the worm will come. Or I told you before that by using cow dung you can collect it. Or you make a pitch near your garden, there is shaded area, and add the tea powder and water and the cow dung and jaggery, then automatically the earthworm will come and stay there. Then afterwards you collect the earthworm and put in your so 3 types of earthworms are the epigenic, endogenic, and that is epigenic means it is dwell upon the earth. There is surface area of the soil it will be there. Endogenic means dwelling in even 13 feet it will go and burrowing. That is endogenic, in deeper of the earth, and once again it will coming out. It will go inside and coming out. That's why it is plowing. Then anic means deep burrowing fishes out of earth. Deep burrowing fish is also available. Exenia foetida epigenic, Catonia thrustone, already that worms are the intestine of the earth. So what they will do now, they will eat the there is a pre-digester or decomposed material, and it is leave the worm boop. Worm boop is otherwise called earthworm cast. That is, you see the structure of the these earthworms. It is very tiny, little transparent, and they are always flexible, and the viscous nature will be there. If you by using gloves also you can handle it. They are very tender. That's why pre-digestion is very pre-decomposition very essential, or pre-digestion is essential, because in order to save the earthworm, they are very tender. They are having cuticle, digestive tract, anus, and these are the types. Yeah, how to make vermicompost easy. So garden variety worms, all there is even in garden also you can use it, and do not consume lot of volumes of organic material, will not reproduce well while being confined, live several feet below the surface, feed on the surface at night. So night time they are very active and they feed more, and they require more, there is a moisture, temperature should be. So you see in nature, so nature, like suppose the man is not disturbing any area, the trees and the grass, everything is go nicely, and you can see heavily infested areas and lightly infested areas. So some of the earthworms. So layer by layer you can see the earthworms. So naturally earthworms are present in the soil, that because of chemical fertilizer, pesticide and herbicide, the earthworm are not living in the soil, they are running away from the soil. That's why we are concentrating of vermicompost to increase the richness of the soil. In hill area and other areas, naturally it will be there, especially where there is no human disturbance. The earthworms are living happily, and also where there is no pesticide, herbicide is not sprayed, the earthworms are living happily. So during the rainy season also you can see some of the earthworms, they are coming up. They won't like too much of water, they won't like too much of light, they like only moisture, shaded places only they'll be growing. Then herbivorous vegetation is fast, simple, and you can see the layer glacial till B layer and E layer distance. These are the place where the earthworm. That's why for collection of the earthworm, a shady place, if you keep the cow dung and with little bit of sugar, immediately the cow dung will attracted by the cow dung. There is earthworm is attracted by the cow dung. So like this you can collect easily. So next slide. Precautions. You can go to precaution, ma. Precaution. Okay. So while you are sorting the thing, what are the precautions you have to take? Only you have to take plant-based materials. You should not take the non-veg material like meat, bone. Eggshell you can take, but should be grinded properly. Otherwise, cooked food you should not take. Non-veg material you should not take. Then tobacco, it won't like tobacco plant leaves you should not take, and citrus food, onion, garlic, all these things they will kill the microorganisms. So all these things should not be there. The earthworm should be protected against termites, birds and rats, and that's why we are covering it with mosquito net or covering it with the net frame which is having the small net. Adequate moisture should be maintained during the process. Either straight water or lack of moisture would kill the earthworm. So excess water also it create a problem for the earthworms, and that's why we have to spray the water, and the water should not log. It should be drained down. That's why we are keeping on the tray, or in the case of peat and all, we have to connect the pipeline. Pipeline like we can collect the draining water, that is called vermiwash. Vermiwash should be removed from the bed at the regular interval and replaced by fresh waste material. So regular basis, I told you that for decomposition it will take 45 days, and after 45 days you have to sieve it and transfer to another pit. For earthworm, utilizing that organic, decomposed organic material, like 15 days. After 15 days, you can, or even daily basis also, you can collect it. If they are having more experience, they can see the earthworm cast like a brown color tea, like tea turmeric, like tea powder. I already told you that microorganism plays a major role in decomposition. Then composting preparation, waste collection, sorting the organic and inorganic. What is organic and inorganic? Organic means the material which contains carbon, and inorganic also we have to see, reduce size of necessity, adjust moisture content, starters, additives. What are the starters? Starters is nothing but that soil and vermicompost. You have to adjust the concentration, carbon and nitrogen ratio. That's why I told you that 1:2 ratio. There is 1 kg of vegetable waste, 2 kg of the coconut beet powder. Place prepared waste in piles, windrows, chambers or bins. Turn the compost regularly. Arrange other waste to aerate the waste. So how to aerate the waste? No? By using the stick you have to turn around, and it is home by using gloves. You can mix it and regularly monitor the temperature and moisture. Always you should not keep the any type of bin or any only shaded places. Suppose you are having a very big pit, means you have to put during night time you have to put light over the pin over the pit. Otherwise, no, this thing will escape. So, what is the composition? Carbon and hydrogen composition. Chicken manure referring 2%, 2 kg there is carbon, 4 kg is there. And cow dung 20, vegetable waste 20 to 20 carbon and 12 carbon, 20 nitrogen. Green grass 15 carbon and 20 nitrogen. Fruit waste 35 carbon. Household waste 30 carbon and 80 nitrogen. Then straw 80 carbon and 100. Then sawdust 600 carbon nitrogen. So sawdust also you can put. Whatever waste materials you are having, you can utilize. There is no need to be, this is only thing you have to put, that is only thing you have to put. Whatever materials you are having carbon and nitrogen, that you can. So that's why we are putting paper and shelving, marathul and marila, we are putting it. So this is the vermi reproduction, this is the cocoons. So when you are buying vermicompost, inside that vermicompost, these cocoons will be available. So that's why either we are putting soil and above that little bit of vermicompost you put now, they will the cocoons will come out. Cocoons will that the worm will come out, and so some, and also while you are using, no, we should not use the poisonous leaves. That is poisonous plants you should not use. Garlic, mustard, honeysuckle, and these are the plants we should not add. So we told that you can add the dried leaves. So these dried leaves should not be used. That is poisonous plant you should not use. So I told you that in order to prevent the insects, we have to use the net. And these are the insects which will eat the earthworm and sawbug, fruit fly, mite, centipede, white or pot worms, mold spores, springtail, millipede. So all these should be avoided. That's why we have to protect the vermicompost by using the mosquito net, or you can use the framed net. So these are some of the pictures in municipal waste management. So they are using a row method and huge bins they are having in that industry. Vermicompost before this. I told you already, you have to select the location where there should not be any waterlogging, and it should be in a higher side, and wind flow should not be there. Too much of light should not be there, and shading area you have to select. And if there is any fruit fly, it should not. And the separation of other fruit fly areas you should not keep. And that manure you can use for this plants. How can casting be used? So next slide. So they break clumps of soil into pieces and allow air to water enter the soil. So what is the use of these earthworm cast now? So it is giving aeration, and also percolation of the water will be taking place. They add more nutrients, NPK content, as well as the minerals and nutrients will be more, so the plants grow very well. Next slide. So these are some of the methods. While we are using in home, you can use a paint or waste dappa or paint bucket. Everything should be clean and you can use it. And in our college, we are doing the vermicomposting add-on course. We started in 2014. 5 batches completed, and 6 batch we are doing. 3 days training program also we are doing, and we have conducted 2 days one self-help program in Padur and Kelambakam. So always know the science communication should be there. What are the things it should be going to the society. So first of all, if ladies learn anything, they will spread to others. And even one lady educated at home, the whole family is educated. So like that, one lady learned these techniques, the whole family will learn the techniques. On this basis, we are given a self-help program. They are also practicing it. And also we are selling the manure, and we are using our own college garden. We are having organic garden. In that we are growing vegetables like brinjal and brinjal. We are growing lady's finger, brinjal, green leafy vegetables, radish, and chili. All these things, most of the staff and students, and we are providing vegetables to the canteen also. We are taking canteen waste. In turn, we are providing the vegetables. Selling vermicompost is very less cost only, but after growing organic, selling the vegetable only is more profitable. So this is the where we are having. This is the pit we are using. So you can see the size of. This is the method we are doing it. Consider pit 3 into 2 into 1 meter size, length, width, and depth over ground surface using bricks. Size of the pit may be vary for availability of the raw materials. Based on your raw material, the ratio should be 3 into 2 into 1 meter size. So what type of material you are having, you can extend it. You can extend it 6 feet, 6, 4, and 2 like that also. Fill the pit with following things. I told you, first layer sand soil, 5 to 6 centimeters. This layer help in drain excess water. So we are doing like this only, sand soil, or you can use the dried grass, or you can use coconut coir. Whatever materials you are having, you can use it. Second layer, paddy straw or other crop residues, 30 centimeter above. And first layer, which will be used for providing aeration to the pit. Then third layer, 15 to 30 days old dung, that is cow dung we are collecting, and dried cow dung. Then we have to mix it with water, and over the paddy straw you have to spray it. And thickness 20 to 30 centimeter. The help of initiating microbial activity. So why we are using, and curd also we can mix it along with this. And fourth layer, pre-digestion materials. Fourth layer, pre-digestion material now we are not adding. We are adding all the vegetables and other things, 50 centimeter. And we are added. And you have to mix it and allow it for decomposition. Then afterwards, we are taking it out and sieving it. After sieving it, we are introducing earthworm. Then earthworm, after how many days? 15 days, we are collecting it. Spray water on the bed, the gunny bag, 50 to 60% moisture, or pit by. You can use gunny bag, or you can buy small pot, earth pot, and in a line you can keep the earth pot with water. What will happen? The earth pot will give the aeration and the coolness to the earthworms. So when you take out that small pot, no, that is earth pot, around that lot of earthworm will be there. So they like moisture. Then above that, you can cover it with the mosquito net. And these are the methods we are doing it. Some improvisation we have done. You can see the pot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pot you can see. 6 pot you can see. Then spraying water. They are spraying water. Little amount only they have to spray. And students are doing that work. And you can around that pot you can see there is earthworm cast. And you can see the mosquito net for covering. And the sieving of the that is decomposed one. The first figure, you can see the decomposed, pre-decomposed thing, sieving it. And you can see the earthworm. And you can see the cocoon under the microscope table like this. So these are the vermicomposting. This area we have selected. Previously it was the Thirst group. Now it is asbestos sheet we are putting it. Next slide. Move to next slide, ma. Ramya, next slide. Next slide. So like that we are having the herbal garden also. In that we are having all type of vegetable support and other things. So you can see the earthworms, how black in color. You can see. So these are the vegetables we are showing it. Sapota. Sapota, you can see the sapota, and mango tree also you can see we are putting. And add-on course. And women empowerment through self-help. Come to that slide. Women empowerment through self-help.
This one.
You can see that the village people, we have taught a self-help program. One way we are getting the nutrient-rich vegetables, and they can spread the news. And 90% of the waste, home waste, is utilized in a proper way, and we are converting into waste into value product, that is vermicompost. We invited, very well, Dr. Nirmal, ex-NORA president. We invited him for validity function, and he also given the importance of the solid waste management, how to do all these things. And biotechnology and microbiology students, they participated, and all semester we are doing this there is add-on courses. So all our staffs are involved in that, and students are also involved. They are also doing at home this thing. And our father of vermicompost is Dr. Sultan Ismail. So Sultan Ismail, next slide, ma. Sultan Ismail came for validity function, and also he taught about vermicomposting and how to protect the nature and solid liquid management also he told. And he came to our college and visited our vermicomposting unit. I given some instruction and other things. And through his student only, I got the earthworm. Per kg, 6,000 rupees I bought it. After one time only we bought it, and we maintained. So what is the advantage of vermicomposting? Why we are doing what? Reducing the vermicompost is reduce the garbage disposal cost. So you know very well that most of the people nowadays they are living in the flat system. And individual house, this individual house only. So even in flat system also, they can do it, that bin type, they can do it. 90% of the organic waste is reduced by practicing this, and produce less odor and attracts fewer. Suppose you are putting in a polythene bag and disposing to the bin means because of anaerobic bacteria, stinkiness will be there, and off odor will be there. So because by converting this into manure, there is going to be no odor at all. Saves electricity and water used for garbage disposal. So garbage disposal, they are spending a lot of money, that is reduced. Produce free, high quality soil amendment. So there is no need to go for urea, potassium and other things. NPK. Here, these vermicompost contain more amount of NPK, minerals and other things. There is no need to buy. requires little space, labor, maintenance. Once you started with energy and enthusiasm and you see the plants and other things, so you yourself motivated and you can see the miracle at your home and even in roof garden you can do it. Produce free worms for fishing. So these worm can be also used for fishing. Okay? They can use the worm. So what is the nutrition composition of the vermicompost? 1.6% nitrogen, 0.7% phosphorus, 0.8% potassium, and 0.2% magnesium, 175 parts per million iron, 96.5 parts per million manganese, 24.5% 5 parts per million zinc, and 15 to 5% carbon ratio. You see, all type of nutrients are coming available in this vermicompost. And also the vegetable and other thing, very tasty and nutritious, healthy things. Very. So vermicompost is a nutrient-rich compost. Then helps better plant growth and crop yield. And you can see the plants; they're very fresh. And if you cook the vegetables which is grown by using this vermicompost, it's so tasty. And improves the physical structure of the soil, enrich the soil with microorganisms, and attracts deep burrowing earthworms. So these vermicompost will attract the deep burrowing earthworms and increase water holding capacity of the soil, enhance germination, plant growth, and crop yield, and improves root growth of the plants. Enrich soil with plant hormone, oxalate, and gibberellic acid. It is helpful in elimination of bio-waste. So what not it is? It's a small worm. Is doing lot of help for us, for the farmers, and the enrichment of the soil. That's why we are teaching the students waste to value, how to recycle the waste, how to manage the waste management. If you start in a small scale, even each and every student practice this one at home, there won't be any garbage waste and dumping of waste won't be taking place. Benefits, there is no need to go here and then home itself we can do. No transportation, staff availability, operate, recycling, collection process and utilization, creating a product from waste, utilizing casting to reduce fertilizer. So there is no need to buy chemical fertilizer. This fertilizer can be used. Reduce disposal cost also. So composting preparation, already I told you that is temperature during composting. You have to check the pH temperature, screening and packaging. So after collecting the vermicompost, you have to remove a little bit moisture and you can put it in the bag and you can sell it and you can use it in nursery. Promote mass communication, interpersonal communication, depending upon your marketing capacity, you can this thing, and you can grow nursery also. Nursery plants grow nicely. Instead of selling vermicompost, you can use the vermicompost and grow green leafy vegetables and vegetables. You sell it, you can get more profit than this. Important points to miss: separate waste at source, glass in the waste and result injuries. I already told you that glass should not be there, plastic should not be there. And thorns, all these things you have to look into that. And should proper amount of water and air to avoid smell. And prepare, implement proper making strategy. Most compost fail because of poor marketing. So why the marketing is not good? Not poor marketing. For that, what you have to do, you yourself prepare the compost and make an organic garden, show the vegetables to them or sell the vegetables to them so that they'll be motivated and buy your product. Regularly you have to monitor it. Spraying the water is very, very essential. Draining of water is essential. You have to check whether the turning is taking place properly, mixing is taking properly. Is there any injury for the earthworm? So like that you have to check it. Check the earthworm with daily basis. You have to check it. Daily you have to spray the water. Yard waste composting. This is a yard waste composting. Many different types are available. For simple molds, 3-stage bins, and so you can see whatever the bucket we are having at home, whatever drums we are having, like this you can design and you can use it. Here you are having 3 compartments. One you can collect the waste, another one like decompose, another one like you can leave the earthworms. Like that, 3 compartments also you can do it. So that is depending upon your wish. You can see earthworm with peat type. They are checking the pH, moisture, and temperature. And this is row type, warm composting windrow beds. Madam, in this slide looking at warm composting windrow beds.
Yes, ma'am. In that only.
Warm composting windrow beds. You can see 2 sides. You can see brown color. In between, you can walk. So 2 rows are there. In foreign countries and all, they'll be having lot of the farming itself acre type, not like our India. So they'll be getting lot of yard waste and agriculture waste, everything. So they like that they are having a road like this, windrow type like they are putting. And in between they can walk, road like things is there. And regular basis they are mixing it and using it. You can see this is a warm composting windrows. So if you are having more amount of yard waste, this type you can use it. Concrete floor type la, so floor lay you can make a concrete thatched house la, then you can do the vermicomposting. So method of production, you can window method. You can see the window method na, room like things will be there and you can hold aerations, then they are collecting it and they are doing, this is called window row method. And you can see the grow bag. The green color thing is the grow bag type la. Under the grow bag you can put poles side la, then you can do it. And here also you can see the pit, that is 3 feet, 3 feet depth pit. This type also you can do it. Models, these are the some of the models. So windrow model ke how much you can do? There is load organic waste in the form of bed, preferably 10 feet length, 3 feet width, 1.5 feet height. Size for bed may vary for availability of organic waste. So this is for agriculture waste. Mostly in agriculture waste, in farm itself we can do it. You have to select the shaded places and dig pit like this in this size. And first you have to add the dried leaves and the dried leaves, then coconut, that is coir, and you can add the groundnut, this thing, whatever the things available. Above that, you have to put that is cow dung and so the cow dung and curd mix you can say it. After that, you can add azospirillum. Then there is green gram powder also you can add. Then what are the cow dung, dried cow dung you have to add. Then above that you add what are the waste material available in the agricultural waste. You can add husk. You can add the skin of any there is any skin of the agricultural waste, that is plant skin and shell. Everything you can add, and you have to spray water, and you can add jaggery also. So also you can add, so that it will enrich the decomposition. And the cow dung itself, lot of worms will be there. Above that you cover it with the gunny bag which is soaked in water. And a daily basis, spray water, don't pour the water and mix it. That type you can do it in agriculture area. After loading the fresh bed, be covered with a just made of dry agriculture waste such as rice bran, banana leaf, maize, reduce. So whatever waste available, you can do it and mix it once in 3 days in order to give aeration, avoid this thing. Then afterwards, you put 200 kg per acre, and the fertility will be more. The plants will grow nicely. So you may ask, already the ancestors are doing making a peat and doing. So this is we are doing decomposition and giving the manure easily absorbed by the soil. So in this type you can get more harvesting and more benefits you can get it. So people, those who are having there is farmhouse or farms, they can follow this method. There is no need to go for bin method. So window row method also they can go. So sprinkle water over covered with the vermi beds. 40% moisture should be there. Moisture should be checked. How will you check in the case if there won't be any pH meter? Just you take this thing and press it. If it is pressing properly, water should not squeeze out. Just you press it, it should compact. That is the checking for moisture content. So moisture present can be checked by forming lump of organic waste using hand. It should easily form lump. So like that we can check the moisture. So this is called window row method. So in form only they are doing it. So harvesting, there is 2.5 months like we can harvest this, and before harvesting you have to stop watering for 2 to 3 days before harvesting. Earthworm will go down because there is no moisture at the top. The earthworm will go down and you are collecting the compost at the top. So there is downward that the last bit you have to leave it some vermicompost, because in that only a lot of worms will be there. While collecting also, if the worm is there, by using sieve you have to collect the earthworms. Without disturbing the lower layer of the vermi bed having earthworm, vermicompost harvester will be dark brown color and free flowing, and harvester compost should be stored in dark and cold place. So you have to dry it for small in shade. You have to dry it, and you have to store it in a bag in a shaded and dark places. And afterwards, you can use the same place for the next vermicompost making, because already the thing is there. So these are the tools we are using: the sprayer, and mixing the while decomposition, mixing the things, and this is the different type of sievers, separate vermicompost and the worms. These are the drum type, large drum type. Those who are using in the so you can see because of the human being. Vegetation invaded forest, the human being invaded, the earthworm also going, but vegetation in uninvaded forest, the earthworm live nicely and enrich the soil fertility. So by doing this vermicomposting, we can reduce the solid waste, or also we can convert the solid into useful product like compost, and which is enriching the soil nutrients. In turn, it is giving the healthy plants. So you eat healthy plants, you can have healthy life. So by practicing this one, each and every home, if they practice this one, there won't be any problem for organic waste, and there won't be any smell and other things. During this corona period, each and every student can practice this vermicomposting, and you can grow plants. What are the plants? How to use this manure now? There is 15 days one you have to put it, depending upon the size of the plant, depending upon the which plant using area, we have to use this manure. These are the benefits of the vermicomposting. So 90% of the soil waste is managed by this vermicompost technology. Only 10% is waste. So that the municipality people also will be happy if we practicing the vermicomposting technology. It is a useful one. Everybody is now they are looking for this vegetation and agriculture. They're moving towards agriculture, so for their bright future, and they're getting the. So thank you very much for this opportunity. If you are having any queries, please ask me. Let me know.
Thank you, ma'am. We have some questions.
Yes, madam.
One second. Can I tell, ma'am? What is the cost of worm-friendly habit container?
Oh, worm container, they are marketing it. There is no need to buy. You yourself can use plastic buckets available with lid that can be utilized. And that you have to make a hole and utilize. The maybe cost around 70 rupees, 60 rupees like that they are selling. Even in Dr. Nirmal, Exnora Nirmal also they are selling. Some of them are marketing it. So you can Google it and find out how much. I came to know that it is 70 rupees or 80 rupees. They are selling it. But instead of buying it, suppose you want to do in a home, the plastic buckets you are getting, no, that bucket is side and the bottom you make a hole, and above that you keep a small container for collecting the water which is draining it. That can be used, and paint dappa can be used, and water storage tank this plastic storage tank can be used with scale. So like that, it is available. It is 80 rupees to 100 rupees cost. You can get it through some of the Ismail students. They are doing this work, and Extra Nirmal also selling this one. So if you contact them, definitely they'll be giving. It is available in the market.
Okay, ma'am. Next question is, what are the advantages of vermicomposting mid-scale brick structure than a normal earthen pit?
Mid-scale first the mid-scale suppose you are having canteen, suppose you are having hotel, suppose you are having there is vegetable shop, fruit shop, lot of waste will be there. In that case, mid-scale you can use. In the mid-scale there is the compartments. First in the container hole, then sieved compartments will be there. Below that another container is there to collect the vermiwash, and in that you can get at least 50 kg or 50 to 100 kg of the not 50 to 100, 25 kg of the vermicompost you can use it. Then mid-scale is only for the people, those who are having fruit shops and hotels and other things. That is mid-scale.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Shall I end the session, ma'am?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, ma'am. I will end with I can give some instructions to the participants. We have pasted the feedback link. Please fill it and submit. Within a week, you can get certificates. And one more instruction, we are sending the recorded video and resource material to all the registered mail IDs. I will go with vote of thanks. I would like to express thanks to our speaker, Dr. Ilanjia ma'am, for making excellent presentation and make this webinar interesting and more meaningful practical session about vermicomposting process. Thank you, ma'am. I must mention your profound sense of appreciation for sharing with us some of the best management practices. We are all inspired by your highly live words. I also extend thanks to all the participants who registered and active participation throughout the webinar session. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy.